this special green screen forecast. Your host Ivan now, as yes, it's all about that typical summer heat, and I'll talk to you about what's ahead with those temperature trends from our friends at the Climate Prediction Center, as well as that flooding we saw in southeastern Missouri. I'll do a recap on that towards the end of the video. But let's start with the good stuff, those temperature trends that are taking us through that third week of July, or at least through the 22nd. And as you can see, it's still about that summertime heat, at least through the third week. And you notice those above normal temperatures, not just for us, but even out towards the Pacific Northwest, the hot spot still being Florida. And also you notice some below normal temperatures up towards Maine. Now, normal highs here in the St. Louis area are right around that 90-degree mark. So this will be highs anywhere from the upper 80s to lower 90s during this period. So plenty of time to enjoy the pool, but you can never roll out that summertime downpour. So definitely just wanted to put that on your radar. That's always caught me off guard at the pool as well. And while the chances are very low with an area of high pressure that moves out to our east, you notice again higher confidence during this period out to the Pacific Northwest and of course Florida. They've also been dealing with some Saharan dust down in Florida. That's also led to some decrease in air quality. Just wanted to let you know that if you've been noticing that and haven't seen me mention that, they've been dealing with some Saharan dust out there. We always have to monitor if that has an impact on our area, but it's generally Canadian wildfires that happen that bring us air quality problems. But we're always going to keep an eye on that aspect of the forecast. That 8 to 14 day temperature outlook shows you that consistency of those above normal temperatures, but you notice those below normal temperatures that were out towards Maine. You notice how it's trying to creep those near normal temperatures towards our area, and you'll see how that 3 to 4 week temperature outlook looks. It will be pretty interesting. Those above normal temperatures still hanging out to the west, and it's monsoon season for parts of the Four Corners, places like Arizona, even towards Nevada. So this replaces the dry air they've been seeing with a lot of moisture and actually some rainfall in parts of Nevada and even Arizona. They need rain because they don't see a lot of significant weather over there. And they've actually seen some severe weather on July 12th. That was a day before you're watching this video on the 13th. And obviously, as we look at that 3 to 4 week temperature outlook, you notice the above normal temperatures hang out for them. But look at our area. It is really showing a brief cool down. This has been really consistent in the model data, at least with what we're seeing here with the Climate Prediction Center as we finish off July and even into early August. Now, this is not crazy cool weather. Obviously, this could be just a small break and then an appetizer for what's to come with maybe more heat in the month of August. But we're seeing that potential of a nice brief cool down. You've heard me say this in a lot of my videos, but I think we're actually going to see that make it to a good portion of the United States and maybe below normal temperatures for areas up to our north. Of course, Florida is still above normal, and even parts of the East Coast. In my last few videos, you've seen the consistency that they're going to hang on to those above normal temperatures. But I think I can say it now. Look forward to a brief cool down as we finish off July and into early August. How long that's going to last is still remaining to be seen, but remember, it's still summer, and that heat's probably going to crank up after this. So don't get too comfortable if you do see a brief cool down, but for right now, if you're watching this video on the 13th or that third week of July, it's just about that summertime heat, and of course watching for those summertime downpours. Being in the midst of a heat dome also means that when we get disruptions like this, we'll watch for some more stormy air, maybe stronger storm activity during this period as well. That's something I'll always keep an eye on for you. But obviously, let's do a recap on what we saw that night, or at least of July 10th. The training thunderstorms that were happening from Rolla, even out towards Reynolds and Iron County. These training thunderstorms led to repeated flash flooding. This graphic comes from our friends at the National Weather Service, and as you can see, we saw anywhere from 6 to 12 inches of rain in southeastern Missouri. I've covered a few things here because this graphic was also telling you about the potential of more flash flooding that night, and I didn't want to confuse anyone. But you notice that flash flooding in parts of Reynolds and Iron County down to our south, they just saw lots of rainfall. And over the next few days with these above normal temperatures, we're really going to see really a lot of it saturate. And there's also been a lot of drought in these conditions as well. Reynolds and Iron County have seen some drought as well. And so this is going to bring some improved conditions for them. But obviously this was so much rain in one night. And remember, we've also seen this happen a few years ago in St. Louis. But we were seeing this set up down to our south, and unfortunately, that's what happened. But you always want to have multiple ways to receive warnings. Our friends at the National Weather Service are constantly monitoring weather conditions, even on a dry day. They're there 24/7. They're there to give you the latest information. And so if you were impacted by those floods, make sure you head over to midlandusa.com to keep your family safe during the 2026 severe weather season, especially when flash floods like this happen, or if you're sleeping, you can get alerts to life-saving information. That is why they are there, to save countless of lives. And thank you for watching this green screen forecast all the way to the end. You're the best. Also, make sure you follow me over on X. The link to that is down in the description. I'm also on Instagram as well as Threads, as I also constantly monitor weather conditions with you as well. But until then, thanks for watching this video, and I hope you have a great rest of your week, St. Louis. Take care.